Why are some drivers against wearing seat belts? And does the Road Traffic Management Corporation prioritize action than reaction to road accidents? Why is there minimal visible policing on the roads? And why do most taxi drivers disobey the rules of the road with impunity? What time is it? It's question time. Welcome to Question Time. My name is Mpho Tsedu. The Road Traffic Management Corporation says almost half of the crashes on the country's roads involved light motor vehicles. The organization has also expressed concern about the high number of road accidents since the beginning of December this year. Their main areas of concern relate to drunk pedestrians, alcohol abuse on the road, as well as motorists driving at high speeds in unroadworthy vehicles. A reminder that we are live. Therefore, you can call us. Your views. The numbers to dial 089-110-4210. 089-110-4210. Our Twitter handle is @QuestionTime24. My guest today, Simon Zwane, is the spokesperson, RTMC, that is the Road Traffic Management Corporation, and Bafana Magagula, who's not a Mfana at all, the Chief Strategic Manager at South African National Taxi Council. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. But before we go into today's discussion, let's have a look at what Advocate Makhosini Msibi had to say.
Allow me to indicate that as we are saying that you are going to make things very difficult for the road users, key amongst the issues will be the fact that we are not going to tolerate any law and disobedient on our road. We're going to be arresting people. We have gone beyond a chapter of issuing summons or Section 56 notices. Any vehicle that is unroadworthy, we're going to lock up the driver of that particular vehicle. You drive without the driver's license, we're not going to issue you with a Section 56 notice, we're going to arrest you. You're driving under the influence of liquor, we're going to arrest and charge you. If you are caught overtaking on the barrier line, even if driving for inconsiderate, reckless or negligent, we're not going to give you a summon. We're also going to arrest you and put you behind bars.
Quite strong words there. How many of you are arrested?
Hey, we've arrested quite a number. Since December 1,
Yes.
we've stopped 500,000 vehicles on the roads.
All right.
We've issued 266,000 traffic fines. And we have tested about 10,000 people for drunken driving. 1,000 of them were actually arrested for drunken driving. So there are all of these roadblocks throughout the country. And we're stepping up now as we go towards Christmas, because we know there are some people who will still be driving. Others are already home and they're drinking and driving. And as a result of that, we're seeing them colliding with pedestrians. So we want to stop that. So we will be moving operations or law enforcement operations more now into townships, into suburbs, into villages, around places of entertainment, because we don't want people to go and have a braai with friends and then get into a vehicle while under the influence of alcohol and start colliding with children in the township or in the village.
But now, if you're stopping 500,000 vehicles and almost 50% of those stopped get fines, there's a problem.
It shows you the kind of attitude that exists among motorists. This is the thing that we've been always saying, that the biggest problem on our roads, it's the attitude and behavior of motorists. People are not taking responsibility for their own lives, but they're also not taking responsibility for other road users. They're not respecting other road users, and they're putting them at risk.
Okay. One of the questions we asked was, are you not more reactive?
No, actually, we've dealt with that question, because we have said we don't want a campaign that is around festive season and around Easter. We are now working on a 365-day road safety program, in which we have all of the stakeholders like the Santacos, the NGOs, faith-based organizations. We have ambassadors that are part of the program throughout the year. We have youth formations that form part of this 365-day program.
But I would say you still have your traffic officers, law enforcement agents who are hiding behind bushes and behind bridges and all that, waiting for offenses to be committed instead of being visible. Because indeed, research has shown that visible policing, does affect, wannabe offenders. So if law enforcement agents were to be visible throughout the road, I mean, one of our stations reported yesterday that between Polokwane and Makhado, which is a space of 100 kilometers, they did not see any law enforcement agency present. Now, where are they? I was saying perhaps they were hiding behind trees and bushes, waiting for you to go beyond 120, and then they come and ask for cold drink.
Yes, the cold drink problem is a problem that we have identified as a problem. It's a problem that affects not only law enforcement officers, it also affects motorists who are offering these cold drinks. I mean, I was on a program here last month, and a caller called and said, we now drive with stacks of money so that when we are stopped by traffic officers, we are able to give them money. So it's a problem that we need to attend as society. Okay. While we point fingers at traffic officers, we must also notice that we are also partly responsible for that problem.
Baba, I'm battling to use this name. Let me just say Baba. The vendor boy in me is calling me to order. Baba, the taxi industry, somehow, and I don't understand how, you don't seem to be featuring very much in as far as road accidents are concerned. Almost 50% are just your private vehicles. I would have thought the manner in which taxi drivers drive, you would be accounting for the majority of the carnages.
Look, good evening and thanks for the time. Surely it shows that there is a change of attitude. It might not be noticed now with our program, Hlokomela. Yes. Is our flagship program which concentrate on the road safety. We schooling, we teaching, we doing awareness, we campaigning from one taxi rank to another, and we also go on the road and we say, drivers, please change your name, wake up. Look, it's the same driver that you give your Mercedes-Benz. When he drives, you will never see him cutting off the yellow line. And it surprises when the very same driver, when he takes a taxi and he does funny things. However, we believe that by 2020, our TR3 2020 strategy will definitely achieve its goal. Okay. And its goal is to reduce accidents, by zero if possible. But by now, we are not so happy that we still contribute up to 9%. We want that 9% to be a 0.9% and possibly to be a zero.
Yes. But is there an acknowledgement, though, that there's a problem as far as driving? Well, I guess, Hlokomela campaign also extends to your public relations, customer service and all that. Yeah. But in terms of driving, because that's what other road users are subjected to. They are not necessarily in the minibus to know whether they've been, told the taxi will go back to the taxi rank because shorty 50 cents,
Well, absolutely. There is a problem, and we have identified that problem. And since 2010, and we have admitted and acknowledged that these things that people are complaining about our drivers
Yes.
are a reality. Hence, we came up with the Tier 3 2020 strategy, which from it, Hlokomela was born, which we have champions across the country, and we are growing the program. We are making sure that from day to day there is more and more Hlokomela champions. For argument's sake, our president, Mr. Taibosh, has taken a stance now during the summit, the Road Safety Summit,
Yes.
which took place in Cape Town, 13, 14, and 15, that he's going now on the road to speak to the drivers themselves now, because all the time we've been speaking to their taxi, the owners of the taxis, and we have not had the time to speak to the drivers. Hence, our president has took now a stance that as from early next year, RTMC and RTIA are at our back to assist in making sure that the president reaches target, which we believe that by the Easter holidays, definitely we must have achieved.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we return, let's talk about texting and driving. You know, the amount of problems which the cell phone is causing on the roads, and I think it is massive. And we'll be taking your calls. The number is 0891104210. What are your experiences on the road? Have you seen traffic officers? Have you not seen them? Are there areas of concern which you think the RTMC should answer to, or the taxi industry? They are trying to do away with Mageza name tag through this Hlokomela. This is question time.
Africa's tech scene is constantly coming up with innovative ways to answer some of the continent's problems.
We source content from social media, from our mobile apps, from our website.
And as people move from phone calls to data, companies have to switch what they offer.
People expect to get higher speeds, better quality broadband for less.
On Network, we have information on Africa's technology and social media scene. That's Network with Ms. Phumelele Zondi every Sunday at 9 p.m. Central African Time, only on SABC News.
Welcome back. You're still watching Question Time. My guest today is Simon Zwane, spokesperson RTMC, and of course Bob Mafana Makakula, Chief Strategic Manager at Santaco. Eunice, you've been gone for so long. Welcome.
How are you and your guest in the studio?
Yes.
You know, I disappeared for a moment, but anyway, this is my comment on the show.
Yes.
Just to round things up, for the whole year, none of the departments of our government are functional. However, we take it, people were still learning because we are not 300 years in the government. But also, if you are a leader, the people on the ground must be strong support system. So generally, 90 or 80%, though I speak under correction, they are all for bribes. So where there's a bribe, if you can read it in the Bible, the government doesn't grow and cannot be trusted. You can say a lot of things, but as long as there's no quality action, it is just talks. And lastly, Mutimpo, next year we ask for 1 hour with you. Thank you.
Okay, have a good one, Eunice. 90%, that's a lot. Well, like she said, it's her view.
It's a view. But it's a problem that we acknowledge that exists. In fact, last weekend, because we have deployed now anti-corruption unit officers who are going undercover through all of these roadblocks that we have throughout the country, monitoring that everything is done properly, that there are no bribes paid. And last week they arrested a Tshwane Metro officer who was soliciting bribes of 100 rand on Mloto Road. So she was arrested. She appeared in court this week. It's not the first time that they've arrested it. And you would have heard the CEO. We're also now focusing on the people who are paying the bribes.
Okay.
Because it really takes two to conduct a
That's
corrupt
type of
transaction.
Yeah. Johnny, you are in 4 ways.
That's right, yes.
Welcome.
Very well, man. And Paul,
Yes.
please, man, tell me what we can do. I've got a car that's registered in Natal, and I've got a Joburg logbook, and now all the stations now on strike. What can I do? I'm going on leave on the 27th of December, and I'm coming back on the 8th. What can I do?
Which stations, Jimmy?
Sorry, all the licensing departments are on strike now.
Oh, okay. Just hold on the line. Let him just address that.
Yeah, no, it's a Johannesburg Metro.
Okay.
But he can go to other centers like in Ekurhuleni or even in Tshwane to get the licenses done.
Will it not affect
No,
his transactions? Okay, Jimmy, did you hear that?
No, Paul, listen, I've got a problem. My car's in Newcastle.
Okay.
And I've got a problem. My logbook is now registered in Joburg.
Oh, okay.
And now you see what happens. I've got no GP number plate.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, so is JMPD on strike?
Yeah. Randburg's on strike. Yeah.
Yeah, there's an industrial action there that takes place.
Oh, okay. Jimmy, let's thank you very much for the call. Let's try and see if we can find a way to address this.
Yeah, there's industrial action that's going on there that we became aware of this morning. It's a matter that we are together with JMPD trying to assist motorists where we can to make sure that they can continue with the transactions. Like I was saying, that the other stations would be able to assist in dealing with the problem.
So he can go to another...
he can go to another, try to go to other stations,
Yeah, that's
even the post office.
Oh, post office as well, they will be able to assist him.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's talk about the texting and the phone usage and while driving.
Completely unacceptable. It shouldn't be done. It shouldn't happen. We appeal to all drivers, not only taxi drivers, because not only a taxi driver can cause an accident. A taxi driver can be disturbed by Mr. Zwane driving his BMW and texting, and then all of a sudden he's in front of the taxi. We appeal. It is not acceptable. It shouldn't. If possible, please switch off your cell phone when driving. Just put it away. It's a matter of maybe an hour or so. Then you are able to stop somewhere again. You can switch your phone on and phone your friends. It saves lives. It saves your life as well. So I think if people can be aware that when you're busy texting or on your cell phone, you're not only putting other people's lives at stake.
Yes.
Also your life is at stake at that moment, because
Yes.
you're not guaranteed as to what will happen to you if you come to a collision.
It also affects not only drivers, it's also a problem with pedestrians, because if you're walking on the street and you're texting, it means you're not aware of what's happening around you. You want to cross the road, you're texting, you're not aware that there's a vehicle that's coming.
Sure.
It's a big problem.
Tony, you are in Pretoria. Tony? Okay, Tony is no longer there. Let's have a look at what our Twitter handle is saying there. Perhaps maybe Kaifas Aba says, why RTMC imposed new measures like suspending driver's licenses to those who repeatedly disrespecting roads laws? I think we'll just talk to that. Mondli Zuma, as we drive on the public road, we see a whole lot of things. Drunken driving and the I don't care attitude is ruling minds. I guess that's the human factor. We were referring to Opamufukeng. Paul, we should reduce the number of testing stations. There are too many, hence corruption. Oh, and selling of licenses, all right. And then Salif Nazim, from what I have seen, people don't have patience. So drive for the first time on certain roads and cause accidents. Okay, let's deal with the other matter.
Yes, this is matter of selling of driver's licenses. This matter is a matter that we are addressing, and we're hoping that there will be some arrests that are made. But I can tell you that this year, there were major arrests that were made in Rustenburg and Polokwane. Our own officers who were issuing these fraudulent licenses, and they're still on trial as we speak. So that's why I was saying that the anti-corruption unit is working.
All right.
And we're working with the Hawks and the NPA to make sure that we are able to clamp down on these kinds of things.
All right, let's take Dougie. Dougie, welcome. You've been gone for a while as well.
Yes.
Welcome.
How are you, Mumford?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good.
Yes.
The first one I want to ask is to the traffic officer.
Yes.
He's not renewing our licenses. He's not sending us renewal notices. That's number one. Number two, to the taxi man.
Yes.
They saw my brake. They see an OC walking alongside the street. The OC whistles. The taxi almost stops there and then. So you got to think now for the taxi and for yourself and for the OC that stopped the taxi. And that's what's causing the accidents also.
I see.
And in general,
yes,
the traffic department, I don't think you can really trust everyone because they're not trained to handle people.
Okay.
So that's something they've got to work on, is the traffic department.
Okay.
They must start working on training people.
Okay. Dougie, thank you very much.
You know.
Okay. Let's start with you.
Well, look, we must apologize to all the viewers and road users who are disturbed by our drivers who just stop in front of them, and appeal to our drivers that whenever you are about to stop, please just give a warning in advance so that other road users can also be aware of you stopping. We condemn it. We will never condone it.
You know, Bamakaku, I'm sitting here and wondering if you are a taxi man, because the language that you're using is nothing next to what our people experience there. Why don't we have taxi drivers like you then?
Well, look, that's why we have an academy. We want to train our drivers and taxi owners. You know, to be what we are saying. The carefuler we drive, the happier we keep our customers. Because look, those customers sitting at the back there, when you do those things, they can see, hey, that car nearly bumped on us.
Yes.
They get scared. The moment they realize that, wow, our taxi drivers on the road now drive smoothly and they take care of them. We want drivers not to be tensed on the steering. They must relax.
All right, hold it there. Let's take John you in Fendale very quickly.
Mr. Satu, I just want to forward.
Go ahead.
Okay, do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I just want to ask Mr. Zwani.
Yes.
Yeah, via the MPD, the traffic officers.
Yes.
The traffic officers did us stop us while we are set before. They hide it on the bushes. Underneath the bridges, and while they stop you, if you give him the explanation why I say you have to stop me unintentionally like this or whatsoever, they argue with you. They evenly have to write you they do the case. They make the case, and they also make a punishment while they have to cut off the what you call the disc on our cars,
Okay.
and refer us to landlacht, where there is a corruption officers like them.
Okay,
so,
John.
that's one.
Yeah, let me get Mr. Zwane very quickly.
To clear about that one.
Yeah, this corruption thing is a problem.
Yes, we have acknowledged it, that it is
Okay.
a problem, and it's a problem that we are dealing with.
All right.
Something that we are aware of. We've got plans in place.
Okay.
In fact, we are implementing those things.
Mr. Zwane, very quickly, it's Christmas time. If you go to the taxi rank here in Johannesburg, you're going to find taxis and buses loading and overloading, some going cross-border. You know,
They are not going to finish their journeys.
So if I'm loading my luggage here in Johannesburg and going to Chitungwiza in Zimbabwe,
forget it, you are not going to get to Chitungwiza. In fact, traffic chiefs in their meeting this morning, they've agreed that they are going to impound even those vehicles that are overloaded.
Okay.
So you are not going to finish the journey.
You're not getting to Chitungwiza. Okay. That was question time. A big thank you to you and to my guests as well. From In the Crew, you have yourself a wonderful time. Bye-bye.